What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today on the table in front of us are two out-the-front autos by way of No Limit knives. These are available on Grindworx, which is a website that is associated with Blade HQ. You can find them there. I will put a link in the description so you can do that on your own. Let's take a look at what we have. Before we begin, I want to say very recently I had a Microtech UTX-85 that I sold. And it was an excellently made knife. It was good in hand. These feel very much the same as that UTX-85 by Microtech. The world of automatic knives, there aren't really that many options and varieties that you can put in. This is a 154 cm. It is the, oh God, the action is so good. I love this blade shape, right? It is kind of a sheep's foot. It is really, really sharp. It's got some interesting milling on it here to give it a little texture. The all aluminum construction handle has got milling on it that makes for a really good, solid grip. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, sorry, that's a little leftover from a Band-Aid. Don't get me wrong. This is a small knife, as you can see, but it is an excellent little out the front. It is, well, I just really like it. The blade is stonewashed and satin on the flats. And again, the party piece is that action. It is so good. Very little blade play. Let's move the box out of the way. Oh, stand by for just a second. Sorry, I had a timer going off. I'm making dinner. I have fixed that. Look, this is the Mungos, and they make this in green. They make it in black. This is a great knife. If the UTX 70, UTX 85 size is your jam, but the price that those go for is not, this is an excellent option. Now, over here is the Sapo, and this is my favorite of the two. They also make this in green and black, I think, blue. There are many colors. Look at the blade on this. It is just beautiful. It is also very sharp and very slicey. It is also 154 cm steel. The action on this is, well, really, it's party piece. It has a little glass breaker on the back, if that's your thing. It's not mine, but you never know. This is a fantastic little auto. Now, I have an even smaller No Limit knives. I have one of their first gen in M390. They aren't doing that anymore. They are going with 154 cm. They also have a few in 12C27 and some in D2. And in fact, I think we have, we have one of the first gen D2 knives. This is Women Carry Knives auto. They still make this layout. This is D2, and it is well done D2. Man, this is sharp. Look, I'm not really an out the front guy, but I do know good quality knives when I get my hands on them, and these are well made, okay? No question. This is a G10 inlay on aluminum. These are both all aluminum. The action, which is what really, really matters in a good out the front on these, this is just fantastic. The reason I mentioned that I had, or maybe I did, I don't remember, that I've had a Microtech is so that we understand that I kind of know what I'm talking about. I have had the best on the market in my hands, and Microtechs are stellar, there is no question. But you pay for the privilege. With these, you get most of that in a reliable, well-made, good steel out the front for a lot less money. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a good deal no matter how you look at it. The blades are interesting. I just love this little drop point. And this sheep's foot, or reverse tanto, I'm not really sure how you'd want to call that. These are just fantastic. You get a lot of knife for the money. Now, I don't know exactly how much these are going to be on the Grindworx website. I just know that while we were discussing pricing, they are going to be a lot less than some of their equally good competitors. And that is sort of what they're after. They want their fans, they want their customers to get an excellently made knife that they can enjoy that does not cost an arm and a leg. What you give up, of course, is big name brand. What you get in trade is a really well-made knife. I really wish that we here in California could carry autos without it being such a big deal. I do sometimes. I have carried all 3 of these in my pocket on a day-to-day basis to try them out as an EDC knife. Man, this Tanto is so nice. These are really, really well done. I think that my favorite in hand is the Sapo, for sure. That's S-A-P-O. It is very comfortable, and the action is just amazing. But my favorite blade shape has got to be here on the Mungos. This is just a really useful EDC blade shape. It's very good. If you're into autos and out the fronts are your thing, there are a million cheap out the fronts out there. No Limit Knives manages to offer you knives that aren't expensive. They're not super budget either, but they're not expensive, in quality materials that are competitive with much more expensive knives, and they do it with a ton of style. I love these things. I'll be sad to see them go. These are moving on to other people for review and for so they can check them out. But in the meantime, if you are interested in these knives, you can go to Grindworx and check them out yourself. Now, I know this sounds a little bit like a shill. I must admit, I know the person who is selling these, but I don't put junk on my channel, and if I do, I call it junk. These aren't. They just aren't. They are competitive, well-made, out the front, EDC size automatic knives. And if that is something that you are after, then these are really worth your time and attention. I love them. I really do. I think that you will too. Once again, this is the Mungos. This is the Sapo. This doesn't have a name, at least that I know of, because this is a Gen 1, but the Gen 2s are out there and they have different color inlays. You can find this exact same knife on Grindworx. I love this thing. And they're just a ton of fun. As you can see, the first gens didn't have the No Limit Knives printed on the clips like the later models do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. These have been the No Limit Knives autos. Again, if you're in the market for a good, budget-friendly automatic knife, I recommend that you give these a shot. I really do. I do not think you will be disappointed, and I think they will serve you exceptionally well for years to come. I guess that's really all I've got to say about this. Check them out. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. I don't do a lot of autos on the channel, but I do bring them out from time to time. For the most part, what I do is folding knives and some fixed blade stuff. If you enjoy that, please subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.